Hello, everybody and unbody and other people. So I have I've been making I completely ruined my schedule. I should probably start off by saying that. This is not an announcement video, this is actually a gameplay video. I will get to the gameplay of the game that I am playing in just a second. Quick announcement. I know I said a week or two ago that I was going to be doing the Fallout video, and then I got incredibly ill, and I'm still incredibly ill, but I need to get something posted. And when I do the Fallout video, it'll be like a massive one, because I can only record for 15 minutes at a time. So it'll probably be like an hour long. I'll make 4 different like episodes, and it'll be like an hour long spectacular. And yeah, because Fallout's got a lot of stuff I need to talk about, and a lot of little niggles that I have to moan about. But I thought, as I need to get something out, I thought I would talk about this game that I'm playing, because I was recently asked to pick my favourite game ever, and it was very, very hard for me to decide what my favourite game ever was.
You ready to do this?
What exactly am I doing?
Radio communication has been pretty spotty in the quarantine. These modulators will help boost the signal, so Rise can communicate with outposts at the far reaches of town.
Well, that's a benefit for everyone, not just Rise.
Perhaps, but the Emperor must monitor his empire.
Okay, are they done talking? You probably heard the guy talking. Kyle Crane, who I'm playing as at the moment, was talking on the console, and someone else talked to the microphone on the PlayStation. And that is the one reason why I recommend you playing this game on PlayStation 4 and not Xbox One. Now I'm gonna tell you why you should definitely play this on PlayStation, and I'm not just being biased. I've played this game on both the Xbox and the PlayStation, and the Xbox experience is a lot more buggier. I don't understand how, but it's a lot more buggier, and it doesn't have that sort of where people talk through the hand controller thing, so it sort of breaks the immersion. In this way, you can actually sort of feel like you're an actual, like, zombie stopping badass who's actually in a zombie apocalypse. Why am I choosing this guy with a gun? Can I hit him? Where is he going? You're running out of places to run. Oh, yeah, I like this. The enemy, basically, I think I'll start off by talking about the game. So, this is a zombie survival game in first person, and its central element is the parkour. It is, called Dying Light, for anyone that didn't recognize it instantly. It's called Dying Light. Its central element is around the parkour. And, I wasn't amazingly interested the first time I saw this game. I mean, I already knew I was going to like it, because when I found out a new zombie game was coming out, a new first-person zombie game with these sort of leveling up elements, I already knew I'd like it, because I loved Dead Island, and I loved Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. So I already knew I was going to like this, and I love zombie games, even third-person ones. I play a lot of Dead Rising 2, so I liked that. But then I found out this was made by Techland, who also made Dead Island. So, considering Dead Island was the first PlayStation 3 game I ever played, and that this is the first like good zombie game I've played on PlayStation 4, this is definitely, I would go so far as to say this is my second favorite game on PlayStation. It's my second favorite game of all time. Actually, not only on PlayStation, it's my second favorite game of all time, because it's created by my favorite developer, who is Techland. Who published it? I think I don't remember who published it. It wasn't Deep Silver, I know that, because they published Dead Island. And also, on the incredibly unlikely chance that someone connected to Deep Silver is watching this video, please hurry up and create Dead Island 2. Why are you taking so long? Actually, I do know why Dead Island 2 is taking so long. It's because of this game. It's because Techland and Deep Silver split up, and then Techland went, okay, you don't want to work with us on Dead Island 2, we'll just create the best zombie game out there. They created it, and now the entire Dead Island 2 worked with Jaeger, and now they practically created the entire game, and then they realized that it just wasn't as good as Dying Light. And there's no point in releasing a brand new zombie game in 2016 if there's already a really good zombie game. It's out. It's like, no one's gonna buy it because they've already had the essential amazing experience. And of course they can't add the parkour in Dead Island 2 because it would be it just wouldn't work. It literally, everyone would say they copied it for a start, and I don't think that they could create the parkour the way Techland has. The parkour, lots of people complain about the parkour, but the parkour is so fun in this game. It suits the game so well. It's like, for any Black Ops 2 fans, it's like on Buried, the Paralyzer works really well on Buried because the map is made specifically for the Paralyzer. It's made specifically for you to be able to use the Paralyzer to get to different points of the map. And this game is made with the focus of the parkour's there to help you get to different points of the map. So it's all the entire game map is literally, especially the slums. I will say that the sort of town area, that's the second area, that doesn't get you don't get the feeling of that was specifically made for the town area as much. You don't get that sort of feeling, but it's still just like in the slums, everything from the way that little holes are cut in stuff so you can climb up, and the way certain bits are broken down and then you can jump down, and it just the whole place has very clearly been modeled very well to fit the parkour. And if you're good at the parkour, which I have to admit I wasn't very good at this when I started, but I am pretty good at the parkour. I'm very good at zombie games. I think if I have to rate myself on sort of the games I am best at, Call of Duty would definitely not be one of them, even though I've played that for like days at a time.
Jade speaking. You know the drill. Get to the nearest safe house and wait until dawn.
Ooh, I can show you
Good
the
night.
nighttime gameplay that
Good
scares
luck.
the shit out of me. So I'm not very good at Call of Duty. I'd say I'm like a medium at the multiplayer. I'm like a medium. If I'm against players that are my level, I can do perfectly fine. If I'm against players that are like Prestige Billion and they're firing golden jizz rockets, I'm not gonna do very well. But in zombies, I'd also say I'm a medium. In solo I can get to about around 25 each game. Occasionally I'll get to around 30. Max I've ever got is around 37, I think, and that was on the Giant. And if I'm playing zombies with one co-op partner, if it's just me and one other co-op partner, and I know that guy and we've played zombies before, I can get to, like, on Origins, I have a friend, I'm not going to say his name, who I play Origins with quite a bit, and me and him will randomly play Origins sometimes, and it's just very, very fun, because he's quite good at the game and I'm quite good at the game, so we can get to quite high rounds. But it's like, I think anyone that's ever played zombies, you just know the golden rule: don't join randoms. My only choice really for playing online is to join randoms. I don't have very many friends. Well, I have a lot of friends in my friends list because I friend random people, but I don't really have very many friends that are amazingly big on zombies. None of them really like it, and it's quite rare for me to find someone that enjoys the zombies as much as I do. It's also quite rare for me to find a player that's as good as the zombies as I am. As I may be completely making myself out to be some sort of zombies god in this video. And I'm not like the Call of Duty master. In fact, I'd say, compared to some of the people that can get to like round 40 without even trying, I'd say I'm not one of the best zombies players out there, but I'm at least I'm better than most players. Ooh, you might have heard the alarm there. That means that scary is about to happen. For anyone that's ever played Dead Island or heard of Dead Island, you probably have, because when it came out, it was overhyped to the insanity, and everyone knew about it when it was coming out. And some people didn't like what it turned out to be. Some people did. It's your personal opinion. But the thing that it wasn't very scary. The game was not very scary, and it was trying to make itself out to be scary, apart from one aspect, and that was the zombies laying there pretending to be dead, and then would suddenly come to life. And once you've played the game through once, and then you go into New Game Plus and play it through again, you know where if you see a zombie, you'll know that he'll jump out. But when you first start, there is no feeling, right, like starting up a game of Dead Island and just playing through that first chapter with a brand new character, because you're so defenseless, and you actually have to run away from the zombies sometimes. You're just incredibly defenseless. Of course, Dead Island really just gets incredibly boring after you leave the resort and go to the city. It's incredibly boring, and I hate it, and it makes me cry. I'm being invited to a party. I cannot join them. Yeah, just, I completely, god damn it, Harley, you made me forget what I was doing. Yeah, just Dead Island gets incredibly boring after you leave the resort and you start to get more powerful. And then, to counteract the fact that you can mow down zombies in the thousands, they start creating, like, super zombies that take about a jabillion hits to kill. And it's just like, oh my god. And don't even get me started on the freaking butchers. I don't think I've ever come across an enemy. Actually, I think the butchers are like the volatiles. The first butcher you fight scares the hell out of you, but then they don't really scare you anymore. And the volatiles, for those of you who want to know, is what's down there. That thing down there, I could shoot it, but I don't want to scare them, because I'm a fully maxed out character. I'm a fully maxed out character on this game. I have the best guns in the game. I have the best swords in the game. I have this thing, which is a freaking silent bow and arrow, which is one of the most OP things in this entire game, and I'm still scared of the volatiles. Because, when you are running from them, they're not that hard to escape, really, if you have max skill. But if you have any maxed out skills, but if you just get a whole crowd of them behind you, it's like, oh my god, you're actually just scared. You're just like, no, and you're dead. Yeah, that's the equivalent. And the first time you get chased by the volatiles, this game does a really good thing. Plays the whole getting chased by the volatiles thing really well, because one of the first missions in the game is the first mission where you're out late after dark, and the way the volatile shows up, it jump scares you, which is a little cliche, but then the way they chase you, and there's sort of like a preset out path, and I think 99% of the players will go down the preset out path, because the game deliberately points you in the direction of the preset out path. And then it, so practically, unless you know that the volatiles are going to go down that preset path, you'll go in a different direction, which is what I knew. But no one knows that the first time they play the game. And if you're playing it in solo, which is what I did, and that for that first section when the volatiles appear, it'll scare you. Even if you're playing in multiplayer, it'll scare you. Yeah, the volatiles are just so scary. And that was the nighttime I can't talk. The nighttime segments in this game were just amazing. They are just amazing. Of course, later on in the game, when the volatiles aren't really much of a hassle anymore, it doesn't really get scary. But by that point, you've already been scared. You've had the essential horror experience. And this isn't a horror game. It's making itself out to be a survival game, which it is for the beginning of the game. Actually, the game does quite a nice thing. It pulls the Far Cry 3 route, which is what I will refer